Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back. Um, what I wanted to do is to continue with mathematics, GCSE, and I want to look at fractions. Now remember that these units are tied in, and what the aim is here is to improve your mathematical skills overall as an all-rounder, let's just say, okay? So it is important that you write out the information you've been given, extract it, use pen and paper, the old-fashioned style. Don't assume you can do it from the screen, okay? It will not always work the way you think, okay? And it is important that you find your own learning style and your own learning point of reference, okay? And that's what we're going to look at. Never mind this 4 here. These are just units, numbered sequences in regards to what we did in mathematics. Okay, and you can see here that we're going all the way back to BICC 1990. Okay, but although it is 1990, the mathematics still has relevance today. The knowledge is still relevant. It never dies, it never goes out of date, it does not go out of fashion. It is forever constant and relevant at any point in time. Okay, remember that. Okay, let's see what I can do and see if we can now begin to make this a little larger. Okay, yeah. So we don't have to train our eyes to look at and see anything. Okay. Now, what we're going to look at here is fraction 4 rules. Okay. And here we're going to look at what is a fraction. A fraction is a part of a whole. Okay. And here we have. Let's pretend this is an orange, okay? Let me get my pen, and we're going to turn it into an orange, okay? Okay, so we can call this an orange, okay? We can take this as an orange, okay? Right, and we just cut our orange in half here, okay? And that's all. So we have 1/2, 2 halves, okay? So this shaded area is 1 part out of 2, written as 1/2. Okay, and the fraction become 1/2. So that would become 1/2 because we have 1, 2 parts. Okay, and we're just going to call these parts. Okay. Okay. Now I'm making excuses for my scribbly writing, none whatsoever. Okay, I would expect you to do better than that, as you guys are tech savvy. Okay, so let's go with that. Okay, now here we've done 1. Okay, so we can just take that off. Here, how many parts do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3 parts. Therefore, we have divided this orange into thirds. This shaded area is 1 part out of 3, written as 1/3. Okay, and that is what we have here, and that is important that you know the parts. So top part, we'll come to that later on. Okay, top part represents the portion of the fraction we have taken, and the bottom part represents the complete whole. Okay, so 1 will represent the portion of the fraction, and 3 represents the complete whole orange. Okay. And here we have again 2/3. Okay, so I don't need to do that again. You should be able to do that now for yourself. As you can see, these figures are divided into equal parts. If all the parts are different, as in the example below, not equal parts, then the shaded area is not 1/3. Okay, so we can change this to represent not a third. But in saying that, that could be, we then have to work it out as such, okay? But that is only an example, nothing to be concerned about. We look at that at a later stage. Excuse me. Just had my breakfast and it seemed to be telling me something. Let me see if I can bring him up a bit more larger. Yeah, okay, yes, I think you can, yeah. However, the diagram below is divided into 8 equal parts, so the shaded area is 3/8. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so top part tells us the portion of the whole we've taken, which is 3, and the bottom tells us the number of parts that makes up the whole, which is 8. So we've taken 3/8, okay? A fraction has a top number and a bottom number. Now this number, top number is the numerator, the bottom number is the denominator. Right, so repeat after me. Numerator, denominator. Top part, numerator, bottom part, denominator. Numerator, denominator. Numerator, denominator. Okay? The line shows that the top number, the numerator, is divided by the bottom number, the denominator. There are 3 types of fractions. Excuse me. Common or vulgar or proper fractions where the numerator is less than the denominator. Example. And here would be our example for where these would be proper fractions, okay? Or if you prefer, vulgar fractions. Okay. Now, an improper, sometimes called the top-heavy fractions, where the numerator is greater than the denominator. Okay. And these are our examples here. Okay. Now, obviously, if you were going to bring these to the proper fractions, you will then need to look at that's 5 seconds, okay, 7/3, 19/7. And that's how we would refer to that as such. Now, this, if we were to look at this here, this one here, we can almost say that this would be equal to what? It would be equal to 2.5. Yes? Okay. Why? Because there's the whole is 2, and 2 times 2 would be 4, plus 1 would be 5. So it would be 5 over 2. That would then come out to 2 times 2, 4, plus 1 equals 5. And that is equal to 5/2. Okay? Now here we have mixed numbers, okay, fractions, where the number has whole numbers and parts of whole numbers, common fractions, okay? Now remember, the value of a fraction is unchanged if the numerator and the denominator are both multiplied by or are both divided by the same number. For example, 30th over 40 is the same as 3/4, both top and bottom divided by 10. Okay, so here, what you would have here, you take that and you divide that by 10. And you divide both top and bottom by 10. Okay. Ten into 3 goes 3 times, okay? Equals 3, and that's your 3 here, okay? 10 into 4 goes 4 times. And that's your 4 here, okay? Okay, now you do the same for each case, okay? In each case you will do the same. And it's finding a number that will divide in the top and the bottom equally. Okay, and here you have both top and bottom divided by 3 in this case. Here we have, well, both top and bottom multiplied by 2 to increase the value, which will give us an equivalent fraction, okay? And here we have, again, similar thing being done, both top and bottom multiplied by 6. What is the numerator in the next example, okay? So what is the numerator in the next example? Think about it carefully. How did they get 28? Okay? And you need to ask yourself what multiplied that number to get 28. But you'll then need to multiply the 3 by the same number to get that top answer. And here we have it, I believe, okay? You must ask yourself, what have you multiplied the 4/3 to get 28? The answer is 7. So you must multiply the numerator, the 3, by the same number, 7. So 3 times 7 equals 21. Therefore, becomes equals to 21 over 28. Okay? That would be correct. Okay? Now write these out for yourselves. It's important that you understand that and get that done. Okay? At all stages in time. What did they divide this by? Okay? Answer is by 3. Okay. So what's the answer here? The answer here is going to equal to, let me see if it gives it to me. Nope. It's going to equal to 2 over 9. Now check this for yourself, okay? Because that could be wrong, okay? So don't take what I've written as gospel. You need to apply your own learning style, okay? To what you must understand, okay? So diagram below is divided into 8 equal parts, so the shaded area is 3/8. Now we've covered this bit already, so I'm not going to cover that again. Okay. Now complete these gaps for me, please, and you need to be doing this for yourselves, okay? I'm not going to be doing that for you now. And how would you reduce this fraction to its lowest term? What number will you divide by? Here, you simply divide by, you would divide by 2, okay? Okay. Okay. So you'll be dividing by 2 there. Now you don't need me to do anything more on that point. Again here, they're showing you divide top and bottom by 2. Okay. And you need to be sure that you write these out for yourself. Get them done. Okay. And here, you should be familiar with this by now, okay? We simply multiply that there. We do 2 times 4 equals 8 plus 1 equals 9 over 4, okay? Okay, and that's what we would be looking at. Okay, you can see that that ties in with that, okay? This gives you a lot of work to do and to look at. So now I'm not going to do anything more here for you. I now you would like it now to begin to do this for yourselves and do the actual working on that process, okay? Changing improper fractions to mixed numbers, okay? Multiplication of fractions, okay? and it shows you here how it is done. So make sure you follow these process, okay? And showing you another example as to how it could be done, okay? And it cancels down, and you can see that that will come down to this. It would equal a half, okay? By cancelling out the 3, that leaves you with 2. Okay. Now, I'm not going to any further on that because I think it's important that you find your own style and method of resolving this question for yourselves, okay? Now, all we've done here is now multiply the numerator with 1, because that cancels out that will leave you 1, okay? 3 into 3 goes once either way, okay? Two into 4 goes twice, leave you 2. 2 into 2 goes once, leave you 1 here, okay? 1 times 1 is 1 over 2, and that would be your result. Here, this is for you to do yourselves again, okay? Look at the examples, work them out for yourselves, work them through, do the work, okay? Here again, you see how it's done. Apply your working. Use the example that we have given you, okay? Work through it. Always tend to set the sum out so that it makes sense, okay? And these are the bits that you have to look at, making sure that you understand where you got them from, okay? Make sure you know how you got them. Here we have 9 times 1 is 9, plus 4 is 13. 13 over 9, that's how we got 9. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5 over 2. Okay? That's how we achieve that. Follow the process. Look at it. Okay? It's excellent work for you to be able to do, and it brings you into practice with your work. Okay? Now try these for yourselves, get them done for me please, okay? Division of fractions, okay? And here we have addition of fractions, okay? Notice only the numerators are added. The denominators in this case does not need to be added, but it can become complicated when you have the denominators of different value of different fractional values. Okay, then you have to do something else completely different. You have to find a common denominator that the denominator will that both denominators will go into. Okay, and here you find that denominator here is actually 6. Okay, and there we are. Okay, excellent work. Now again, do this for yourself, so you develop your own style of learning, you develop your own style of understanding and interpreting what you have been asked to do. Okay. And again, we've done some mixed numbers already, so the principle will still be the same. That will not have changed much. Okay. Now try these for yourselves. Okay. Try and get them done. Okay. I am going to be doing this regularly because I want you to actually look at it from your perspective. Subtraction of fractions. Okay. Yeah, so here you're looking at converting your common denominator to 12, okay? So you can actually find the solution. So you actually multiply this by 3, okay? And then it shows you how the process has arrived at its solution. But you need to do this for yourself so you understand the concept behind it, okay? Don't just look at it on screen. And here is showing you how you would lay it out in order to bring you must bring this to a format which is comparable to your initial part of your fraction. Okay, so here you have it, 6 over 1 minus 2/3. Okay, and what number did they multiply by to get 6? Sorry, what number did they multiply by to get 18? Okay, so that this here is this here, and they would have multiplied by 3. Okay, and so forth and so forth. I'll leave the rest for you to sort out, okay? Now please get these done for me. Practice, 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 practice. Practice, 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 okay? Remember, you can pause the video so you can see the information, okay? Practice, practice. And here we have the answers to your questions as appropriate. But please do the work first before you look at the answers. Okay, thank you. I hope you found this useful. Okay, I'm just going to scroll back up now to the beginning just to make sure that I've got everything in view and that I've not missed anything out. And again, thank you for your time and I hope you found this useful. Okay, it's important for me to recap on this, make sure that I've got all the information in frame. Okay, remember you can pause your videos, okay, or slow them down, I think, in some cases. And here we are, fractions. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. Bye bye.